The Philippines experiences an average of 22 typhoons every year, 9 of which actually make landfall. 5 of these typhoons are also strong enough to be destructive. In 2006, the country experienced 2 of the worst typhoon-related disasters in a single year, the Albay mudslide and Ginsagon Leyte landslide, which left thousands dead. In 1993, the Center for Research in Epidemiology of Disasters cited the Philippines as the most disaster-prone area among developing nations from 1966 to 1990. The center also conducted a study which shows that the country ranks second in terms of the number of people affected by extreme weather events in 2006. China tops the list with more than 88 million affected inhabitants. The Philippines had more than 8 million. Environment experts say these are only some of the grave effects of the greenhouse effect and climate change in the country.
All one thing in common, and this is increased amounts of precipitation or sobra-sobra ng pag-ulan, way above the average.
Environment Secretary Lito Atienza says most of the country's gas emissions come from air pollution. Street and waste pollution is also a contributing factor as improper waste disposal aggravates the problem.
Number 1 ang Pilipinas kung sakasakali na magkaroon ng pagbabago ang panahon ng mundo, ang isa sa talagang magdurusa.
These disasters caused by the greenhouse effect and climate change are expected to have a huge impact on the livelihood of Filipinos, especially those living in coastal and low-lying areas.
The impact of climate change would be serious economic dislocation of certain communities.
Aside from disasters, another effect is the spread of different diseases. The Department of Health and the World Health Organization says health risks related to the greenhouse effect and climate change include malnutrition, waterborne diseases like diarrhea, and vector-borne diseases like dengue and malaria. In a report by the Health Department, diarrhea was listed as the 2nd leading cause of morbidity in the country, while malaria is the 8th leading cause of fatality. There is not much data on the Philippines' level of greenhouse gas emissions for the simple reason that the country does not contribute much to global warming and climate change. Despite this, Greenpeace says Filipinos should do their part in reducing the country's gas emissions.
Even if we feel na people are not doing their share, we must do our share.
Lahat yung paghahanda, ginagawa natin. Kaya nga yung prevention muna ang ating binibigyan ng diin.
In terms of awareness, in terms of knowledge, we are starting to gain. We can say that we know all possible effects of climate change. In that sense, globally, not just for Philippines, globally, we can say that we are well prepared for climate change.
Stephanie Kiko, iWatch News.